The Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada touched down in Kelowna. And what a great week it was. From eagles and birdies and the magical 59 to community engagement and giving back. To tasting the finest fruits from the Okanagan Valley. The GolfBC Championship had it all. We look back at all that and more next. This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. Since 2016, the GolfBC Championship has been a stage for showcasing the city of Kelowna and the Okanagan Valley. From the exquisite wineries that pepper its hillsides.
Cheers. Best of luck out on the links.
Thank you.
Cheers,
thank
guys.
you. Cheers.
To its cool, clear lakes. To the beautiful slices of golfing heaven carved into its landscape, the GolfBC Championship has invited Mackenzie Tour players and our viewers alike to experience just what makes this region unique.
Kelowna just has so much to offer. I know the guys enjoy going to the wineries. They enjoy getting out and about, doing some sort of adventure. There's the lakes, of course. And then the golf is really cool. Gallagher's Canyon's not a long golf course, but it's tree-lined on usually both sides of the fairway. So tee shots are tough. You've got to get the ball in play. It's a mountain course on the outskirts of Kelowna. It's just spectacular viewpoints, and it's a really challenging golf course.
GolfBC Group is a collection of 6 golf courses throughout British Columbia, but it's so much more. Giving back to the communities where their facilities are located through charitable initiatives has always been at the core of GolfBC Group and its charitable arm, the Chan Family Foundation. It's always been important to help the community of Kelowna, and since 2016, the GolfBC Championship has supported the BC Cancer Foundation.
All of the funds raised by BC Cancer Foundation support the great work that over 700 scientists and clinicians do at BC Cancer. The reason why we're a top cancer center worldwide is because the community continuously comes together and provides philanthropy that supports innovative treatments.
This year we've done something pretty special. Aside from the BC Cancer Foundation, we've chosen a secondary beneficiary, and we've let the community of Kelowna decide who that is. That recipient will receive $50,000 from the Chan Family Foundation.
And this year, the GolfBC Championship has taken its commitment to the community even further, partnering with Husky Energy to launch the Pay It Forward program, which makes admission to the tournament free for everyone.
When patrons come in, they'll have the opportunity at the admission area to donate to BC Cancer Foundation just by donation.
I would love to thank the Chan Family Foundation for supporting BC Cancer and supporting BC Cancer Foundation. Day in and day out, our scientists work in providing new innovative treatments, and it's because of the community that drives that research.
The runway to the GolfBC Championship and this great community goes right through the Kelowna International Airport, as Zach Cabra and Peyton White found out upon arrival.
Hi, how you doing?
Welcome to Kelowna.
Oh, thank you for having us.
I understand it's your first time here.
We appreciate you having us. We're really excited to be here.
Yeah.
The scenery is awesome, so I'm looking forward to a lot of here.
Great. Well, we're happy to have you here, and welcome to the airport, and certainly welcome to the golf tournament.
Great, thanks
Thank
so
you
much.
We've been one of the founding partners since day one. One of the cornerstones of our summer program in Kelowna and the Okanagan, it is golf. Anything that we can do to promote Kelowna as a destination, it's a big part of why we've been engaged in this from day one. Kelowna certainly has become a true Four Seasons destination. We have many, many golf courses in our area, great transportation services to those golf courses. Being on a golf course within 10 minutes of landing is priceless.
After the break, we see how community is at the heart of the GolfBC Championship.
It is really philanthropy that drives, innovative treatment and ensures that our scientists and clinicians can save lives.
And then look back at the week that was the RBC Canadian Open. But first, we take a walk with Paul Barjon when this is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada returns. This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada.
Hi guys, my name is Paul. We're here at Kelowna on number 15. We're going to take a walk on the great course of Gallagher's. I was born in France, and when I was 2, my family moved to New Caledonia, which is an island just east of Australia. Grew up there, learned how to play golf there. When I was 16, I went back to France and played in high school over there for the national team. Spent 2.5 years there, and then came to the US to play college golf. When I was in college, we played at Pebble Beach every year, golf tournament, so that's definitely on top of my list. As a pro, I played in Fiji. That was really cool. I went to Fredericksburg, which is a little German town west of Austin, and it's like kind of same as like Niagara on the lake and stuff, a lot of wineries, and so we went there for the weekend, and I proposed to her like on a little lake, but it worked out. Vancouver to me is pretty awesome. A few years back, I played in Cape Breton. We went trout fishing. We actually cooked our own fish, so that was cool. Kind of like a camping little trip. Definitely a nice destination for golf and hang out. In Canada in the summer, it's super nice.
With his win at the Bayview Place DC Bank Open presented by Times Colonist, Paul Bergeron earned exemption into the RBC Canadian Open on the PGA Tour the following week. And oh boy, did he make the most of it. Firing rounds of 68, 70, 67, and 68, come Sunday, the 26-year-old earned the biggest check of his golf career.
It was a great experience, of course. I was lucky enough to play good. That was really enjoyable. 2 good rounds to start with, and I managed to make the cut and play early on Saturday morning, so that was fun. Great experience, great fans. Like to go back there, that's for sure.
Paul Bergeron was one of 3 players representing the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada at the RBC Canadian Open in Hamilton, Ontario earlier this month, and the Frenchman represented well.
The new name here, Paul Bergeron. That gets him to 1 under, which is right on the nose of playing in the weekend.
He finished in a tie for 20th, the highest of the 3 who earned exemption into the event. Jake Knapp, winner at the season opener in Vancouver, made the cut on the number. Needing to go 3 under in his final 3 holes, he went birdie eagle on 16 and 17, and had this clutch up and down on 18 to move on to the weekend. He finished in 70th place.
Take away a ton of confidence. Even though I wasn't playing my best, to be able to kind of get it around those first 2 days and to get myself to a number to put myself into the weekend means a lot. The fact that I was able to get there and put myself in that opportunity and win in Vancouver, you know, still feeding off of that. So kind of proves to yourself that the work you've been doing the last few months is paying off, and you know, you just want to let that ball keep rolling.
One of the young Canadians.
29-year-old Michael Gligic, winner on the web.com this year. Panama Championship. He also has won on the Mackenzie Tour.
Currently on the Corn Ferry Tour, Michael Gligic failed to meet the cut. But the experience will only help as he makes a run for the top 5 on the Corn Ferry Tour regular season points list. The top 30 on the leaderboard at Hamilton Golf Club was littered with Mackenzie Tour graduates. 2010 alum Adam Hadwin earned a solo 6th place finish. The 31-year-old from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan was in the hunt all week long, but an even par final round wasn't enough to chase down eventual champion Rory McIlroy.
Adam Hadwin, the winner of the Rivermead Cup for Low Canadian.
Mackenzie Hughes netted another top 15 finish, his 4th of the season. The Hamilton, Ontario native from the class of 2013 currently ranks 89th in the FedEx Cup standings. Fellow Ontarian and 2014 grad Ben Silverman posted his 2nd best showing of the season with a T20 finish. While Nick Taylor, representing Winnipeg, Manitoba, finished in a tie for 27th. Just like on the PGA Tour, the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada is committed to giving back to the communities where they play. Since its inaugural event in 2016, $450,000 has been donated to the BC Cancer Foundation through the GolfBC Championship.
The tournament itself is a free entry, and it's by donation to the BC Cancer Foundation. So individuals can come and join and watch the tournament and provide a donation to the foundation. The BC Cancer Foundation is the largest fundraising supporter of BC Cancer for research and patient care enhancement. All of the funds raised by BC Cancer Foundation stay right here in British Columbia.
Organizations like the BC Cancer Foundation create a lasting impact and help raise awareness in the local communities.
BC Cancer does research across the entire spectrum of cancer, from prevention research to palliative care end-of-life research and in between. We do research on optimizing the best treatments for people who have cancer. We have made a lot of progress over the last 20 years. The chance of surviving 5 years after a cancer diagnosis has gone up by about 10%, but there's still room for improvement. We still need the public to be engaged to continue to improve cancer services.
In partnership with GolfBC Group and the Chan Family Foundation, the GolfBC Championship is now one of the most charitable events on the Mackenzie Tour.
It is really philanthropy that drives, innovative treatment and ensures that our scientists and clinicians can save lives, continue to do the work they're doing, and keeping us at the forefront of cancer care.
When this is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada returns, the GolfBC Championship comes to a close, and there's magic in the air. All that and more after the break. This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada.
Just to win anywhere is so exciting. Just to know that my game's there, and it has been there for the past month or two. But to finally get one done feels great.
In this week's Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada playback. In 2017, Robbie Shelton went wire-to-wire at Gallagher's Canyon, locking up his first victory with a birdie at the 72nd hole. Shelton became the first player to hold the solo lead after every round of an event since Joel Damon in 2014. The win vaulted the University of Alabama grad to the top of the order of merit. Now in his second Korn Ferry Tour season, Shelton posted 2 top 5 finishes before he teed it up in Nashville. A birdie on the first playoff hole secured his first Korn Ferry Tour victory over Scotty Scheffler.
I've been grinding for 2 to 3 years now. It just hasn't all been there. And this week it was. Just to bury that putt on the last was awesome.
And then an even par 71 was enough for his second at the Knoxville Open. The 23-year-old became the first player to win within 14 days on the Korn Ferry Tour since Michael Putnam in 2013.
And I knew my game was there, but to pull off 2 wins in the same state, that's something not many can do. Just super excited. Finally get the game where I want it.
Shelton jumped to the top of the points list, securing his PGA Tour card for the 2019-2020 season. Another Mackenzie Tour alum on the path to the PGA Tour. Looking to follow that same path to the next level, Jake Knapp fired a 7-under 64 in the first round of the GolfBC Championship. The UCLA grad has had some success at Gallagher's Canyon Golf and Country Club. He finished T9 in 2017. Knapp's solid play continued in round 2. Thanks to 2 eagles on the front side, he managed a 4-under 67 to remain atop of the leaderboard. But he wasn't alone. Former teammate and best friend Jonathan Garrick carded a 64 on day 2 to join Knapp at 11 under par. It was all blue and gold on Saturday as well. Another Bruin, Lawrence Chan, vaulted to the #1 position with a 67 on day 3, surging 1 shot ahead of his former teammates Knapp and Garrick and University of Utah product Tyler Dunkel. Chan played well in the final round of the GolfBC Championship, but a 3-under 68 wouldn't be enough to keep him in front of the chase pack. He finished with a career best solo 4th place. Greyson Sigg began his round 9 shots off the lead, but after a bogey-free 5-under on the front 9, it was clear something special was brewing. The University of Georgia product went on a birdie run through the back 9, draining long putts and attacking pins. An up and down at 18 gave him the rare 59 and the temporary lead at 17 under par.
I came from behind today with kind of nothing to lose. I was able to birdie the last 3 holes, so I'm kind of speechless right now, to be honest.
His total score wouldn't hold up in the long run. He finished in solo third, but boy, was it fun to watch. The title would come down to the two friends and former college teammates, Jake Knapp and Jonathan Garrett. Knapp claimed the lead after a 4-under front 9, but had to battle Garrett down the stretch.
My goal for the day was if I could get a lead going into the back 9 and force guys to make birdie in the back 9, that puts them in a tough spot, because I know there's not a lot of birdie holes out there. You got to hit really good shots to make birdie, and Jonathan did. You know, he put the pressure on those last 4 holes.
Knapp pulled ahead for good with a birdie on 17 and closed out his second victory of 2019 with a par at the last.
It feels pretty good. My goal is still to be out here and play the best I can and win as many times as I can and finish in the top 5. It just builds my confidence. You know, I've been playing well, and it's just good to know that the things I've been working on and the things I've been doing on and off the course have been working.
Knapp solidified his place atop the order of merit with the win, just over $22,000 ahead of Paul Barjon, who won earlier this season in Victoria. Doc Redman held steadfast in third, while Lawrence Chan and Jonathan Garrett climbed into the top 5. Capping off a great week in Kelowna, the GolfBC Championship, in collaboration with the Chan Family Foundation, donated another $100,000 to the BC Cancer Foundation, a portion of which will be used to purchase a PET scanner for the Okanagan Valley. An additional $50,000 was awarded to the Central Okanagan Community Food Bank, which was selected from among 160 local nominations and voted on by the community.
It can cost us anywhere between $4,000 and $6,000 worth of food every single week. The $50,000 that you've given us will help us get through a really difficult time of year, which is the summer. We do serve about 4,000 people every single month. We see anywhere between 100 and 150 households in our facility every single day. 33% of our client base are under the age of 15, and 12% are seniors. And the fact that we were able to share this with BC Cancer Foundation is also quite humbling, because we have quite a few cancer patients that come in too, people who are going through chemotherapy treatment and can't go to work because of their sickness. The fact that we're able to be there for them is amazing, and the fact that you guys have reached out to us to allow us to be there for these folks is just heartwarming.
To date, the GolfBC Championship and the Chan Family Foundation have generated more than $600,000 to charitable efforts since the tournament's inception. Coming up next.
Welcome to This is Mackenzie Tour, PGA Tour Canada. Cheers.
Cole Miller, Peyton White, and Zach Cabra sample some of the region's finest world-class wines from Indigenous World Winery. When we return. This is the Mackenzie Tour, PGA Tour Canada.
Welcome to the Okanagan, and welcome to Kelowna. I understand this is the first time that you gentlemen have been in the area, so absolutely. I think you're in for a treat. So these are French oak barrels. We use both French and American oak. So these barrels right here are French. These are very special barrels. We put our red wines particularly into the French oak. So we will hold our wines in these barrels for 39 months. Indigenous World Winery is something we've dreamt about for many, many years. So when we decided that we wanted to do something for ourselves, we wanted to create something unique, and for me personally, I need to see something for my family, something that they can pass on, and perhaps that will survive their lives and perhaps for generations. So we've created the Indigenous World Winery. We've coupled it with Indigenous World spirits and distillery. The process of obtaining the oldest barrels that we can find from Europe. We focused in on port, cognac, and sherry barrels. That's something about...
These barrels can't be reused or anything, right? The nutrients come out when it's soaked? Or?
You can use these barrels maybe 3 times. Okay. Then you can take them apart and then shave the inside, right, and may get another few tastings out of it.
Okay.
The Okanagan Valley, I think, has become world known and world renowned for the quality of the wines. It's challenged some of the best wines that the world can produce today. We're very proud of the Okanagan Valley. The terroir is something very special. The Indigenous World, the 2014 CMU, is a blend of wines, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and Merlot. So it is Bordeaux style, and it is complex, but we believe it has a different softness and special notes. And it's something that we're very, very pleased with.
It was an awesome experience. I mean, so cool to see the winery and the vineyard and everything about it. Just getting to taste some wines. They were all awesome. Like, super sweet to see this kind of the culture around here and just what they're able to produce.
I mean, just look at it. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, the vineyard down there, back down in the valley, was really cool. Get to see how everything's been made. You get to see like all the barrels and how they do everything, the process of everything.
Meeting the owner and just seeing the rich history behind the entire vineyard and his culture and how he's taken his culture to this vineyard and kind of made his presence in the land, and it's just been fantastic.
It's something very, very special to us and to a lot of our mythology and our teachings as Sioux people. So we've tried to capture that, and this is our family crest as well, and it's part of all of our marketing today.
Next week, we swing over to Alberta for the Lethbridge Paradise Canyon Open at Paradise Canyon Golf Resort. The 6,800-yard Bill Newis design welcomes the tour's best in anticipation of another thrilling finish. Last year, TT Crouch took the title in a playoff. Find out who will walk away the champion this season. Next time on This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada.